So I wanted to do a quick demonstration on our Degas Dancer on Chalk project for this week's art. I would first start with having the students decide what image they want to do. I will have an outline of both the dancer and of the man in both of Degas' images. The students can pick one of those and they can either hold it up to the window and trace it, or they can freehand it. And if you want to, they can draw it in pencil first and then go over it in Sharpie. So now I'll go ahead and continue on from where we are here. So I already picked my image. If they want to do something different, someone doing karate, kicking a soccer ball, have them just draw an outline of that image. I would say someone with motion, and have them do their outline in pencil if they want, and then do it in Sharpie. So then the next thing you're going to want to do, let me just angle this a little bit, is I just have a little bit of milk in here, but you want to saturate your canvas with milk. And you just want it to be nice and really saturated. And I'll have more in your bucket, but I just only needed a little bit. So it's nice and wet, but it's not dripping anymore. So now we will put it on paper or newspaper. White chalk soaks in, so I would suggest not using white chalk. The milk and the canvas just kind of absorb it. So then now with the canvas wet with the milk, they can go through and color their dancer. It does go pretty quickly because there's not, you're pretty much just coloring in the lines that you've already drawn. So and they don't have to do it black outline first. I mean, when you're looking at a lot of Degas images, he does have his kind of with a bit of an outline to it. So that's up to them. It does keep it a little bit more defined. So, they can kind of do, I will also have, his image out so that they can look at it if they want to copy it. Obviously, this is one that if they want to do their own dancer, they can. So if they want to use white to kind of, blend it and make, different lines and stuff, they can, but just know that you can't draw white for the dancer. It's not going to leave, you can't really draw a white skirt. The canvas absorbs it and the milk absorbs it. So she can have a different color dress. They are forgiving, but they don't erase. So, once they kind of have it on there, if they have a little mistake, it's just part of art. So her shoulder dress went over just a little bit. That's okay. And then, let's see, we'll give her a blue. Oh, it does make it a little bit more like oil pastels when you're doing it with milk on it because the canvas is wet. So like I mentioned at our tutor meeting, you do need to work fairly quickly, but don't worry about like rushing. You have time for them to finish coloring and it not, dry out or anything. So let's see. So once that part is done, don't mind my setup here as then once they are done, then we will have our parents help, or me, whoever's in there. Next is the ironing part. And it doesn't have to get completely all the way. Oh, my iron went to sleep. We just need to get it mostly dry. It doesn't have to be completely. And that will seal in the chalk. So then it won't go anywhere and it won't smudge. So that's pretty much it. It is really simple. It sounds way more intimidating than it is. And you can see this took me, well, without the drawing part, which took about 1 minute, this took me like less than 5. So let them take their time in drawing their images and doing chalk, but don't feel like you have to rush them through. And if it does start to get, like their canvas gets a little bit dried out, you can just dab extra milk on it. And either way, it's okay. The casein in the milk is what makes it seal and seals that chalk in so that it doesn't smudge anymore. So, okay. And there is our Degas dancer. So, hope that helps. And I think it'll be fun. I think you'll enjoy doing a different art project this week.